And so luckily we have folks out here that are with us. They wanted to support me in my council person duties, and so we have some supplies. Turha, can you open the trunk so they can see what we have in the trunk? Um, we have some kits to give out to people. To yeah, you want y'all can give him something. Um, he's like yeah. So we got some hand sanitizers and some masks in there just to to kind of support. But right now, it really is about doing an inventory. What are the encampments in the district? Try to get an understanding of the number of people in the environment at these different spaces, and then look for and identify vacant sites that can be utilized as interventions for the shelters. Because right now, the city of Oakland gave us a list of five, and only four, and only one of the five is potentially usable. So we're going to go to that site, but we're going to try to identify alternatives because five clearly is not enough to address the need in this district. So, and that's what I'm committed to doing. That's what these women are committed to doing. And you know, we have to do it ourselves because clearly we're not going to have people do it for us.
Which one of the five is the one that you think might be viable?
Justin, what's the site, that fifth site? It's a parking lot that they said was the only viable site. It's downtown somewhere, right?
Yeah, it's on St. Pablo.
It's on San Pablo.
Yeah, right next to that piano store.
Yeah.
I'm from the Oakland side, by the way.
I don't know. So yeah, this is Lachey.
Okay.
Hi, nice to meet you. Dominique, Sam, um, some of the organizers of Monster Housing. Once again, thank y'all for coming out. Y'all didn't have to. Y'all didn't have to do this.
No worries.
And I'm gonna take them earrings.
So, everyone, if you're watching, we're at Mosswood Park. We're just taking a look at one of the encampments that have been here as of late. It's actually relatively small from what we have seen over the past couple of years. And Mosswood Park is, doing relatively well. But there are a small group of people, who are unhoused, who haven't been able to find a place to stay, and they've kind of taken a little bit over the side of the park closest to the Mosswood or Kaiser Permanente Research Center. And then across the street, you have the large hospital. And so Carol and her team are going to be looking at vacant spaces close by so that there can be some homeless interventions.
He said, well, we did what you were doing. We looked everywhere, we scoured everything. This is all that's usable. You just don't trust that they tried.
Well, I don't know what they're doing. I just know that a list of five sites is not sufficient. So if that's what they were able to do, that's that's what they were able to do. But I gotta get out of here. But
We kind of got to move because of the bus.
but when I put that out, then people started calling and reaching out to me about properties that were available.
Okay.
So it's necessary, and it's allowing us to expand beyond the reach of what the city
Yeah, don't say it.
has a capacity to do.
So, do you feel like you're applying sort of approaches that you've used in your whole life as an organizer to this, like on the surface, pretty different role, where the approach to this for most electives would probably be a bit different than calling out to the whole community, like give us a. Does that come from your background as an organizer?
I'm not sure if it comes from my background as an organizer or someone who just really wants to see something done, right? I'm trying to balance it out, but I know that what we've been doing isn't enough, and we've had millions and millions of dollars go into this process to try to find solutions, and it feels like it's getting worse. And so with the moratorium ending, I'm just concerned that it will just be exacerbated. So I'm trying to get not in front of it because this is such an epidemic problem, but I'm just trying to do something.
Okay, well, I'll let you see, but I'm going to stick around for a little bit.
All right, no, Justin is going to talk and get collect more information about the details of this particular encampment. I'm going to talk to the moms about just some of the things that they plan on doing over the next few months around housing issues, and then we're going to go to the next site. But we're just scouting and taking information. So that's what we're doing. So I don't know if you all just heard me. We're beginning this journey. We got started a little late today, but if you all have information about sites that you know, public, private, lots, land, please email us. We have our GIS map that's going to be coming up soon. I think we started taking addresses there as well. But this is a situation that's going to require all hands on deck. Y'all got your hands on deck, y'all? So it's yeah, we're getting started. We're out here at Kaiser right now, at the encampment at Mosswood Park, and we want to make it safe for the patients who are coming to Kaiser, the people who work here, the nurses and doctors and medical workers, and also the people who are living and camping here to get like permanent roofs over their heads. And I know it's a process. No one is claiming that this is going to be easy, but we got to get in, we got to get it started, and do something more. So we're going to be headed to our next site in just a second. But once again, if you have or know of properties that could be usable for interventions, let us know.
You put some in the comments too. And so someone's asking, when does the moratorium end?
There's a federal moratorium that ends in June, and ours is in Alameda County in the city of Oakland is as long as the pandemic exists. So it may change depending on the levels of severity that we're experiencing in the city of Oakland. So we have one of the strongest ones, and it's a little flexible, but the federal one ends in June.
Okay.
I'm going to have a little sidebar first.
That's all right. So some of the hazards that people have been talking about is, near some illegal dumping of trash near bus stops. But other than that, I think, this is a really quiet encampment. And they're, trying to do their best during this turbulent time. We are going to stop at another site in District 3. So give us about maybe 20 minutes and we'll go live again to show you our next stop. Thank you, everyone. Thank you to Kaiser for what they do for the city. Thank you to all the volunteers who are doing what they can to support the unhoused. Thank you to the activists in our community that often bring food and supplies to our unhoused. Thank you to all the residents of Oakland and their patience at this time. We will see you soon.